What if I told you there's one tiny habit that's been quietly draining your energy, killing your confidence, and keeping you stuck right where you are? You know that feeling exhausted, unmotivated, like you're trapped in a cycle that feels impossible to break. But here's the twist. What if the secret to unshakable self-control, real confidence, and even true masculinity has been sitting right in front of you this whole time? Stick with me, because once you see this habit for what it really is, you'll never look at it the same way again. We're about to dive into a topic nobody likes to bring up, but everybody deals with. Some say it's harmless, even healthy. But have you ever stopped and really questioned that? Here's the truth, this so-called harmless habit could actually be wrecking you in ways you don't even realize. And it's not just modern science that says so. The ancient Stoics, the sharpest minds in history, already knew the dangers of chasing easy pleasure. They understood discipline, the price of indulgence, and the secret to true self-mastery. And that's exactly what I'm going to share with you today. Their wisdom, applied to your life, could help you break free, take back control, and finally start transforming yourself into the man you're meant to be. Let's be real, you felt it. That wave of guilt right after giving in. That sudden drop in motivation, like your drive just slipped through your fingers. Or that weird emptiness, like a part of you is quietly fading. But why does it feel like that? Science has the answer. Every time you fall into this habit, your brain gets blasted with dopamine, the pleasure chemical. At first, that sounds great, right? A quick hit of happiness. But here's the catch. The more you chase it, the more your brain starts craving cheap, easy rewards. And just like any addiction, the side effects creep in. You feel drained, weaker, less motivated. Your ambition starts fading because your brain already got its reward, without you actually accomplishing anything. And guess what? The Stoics figured this out centuries ago, long before brain scans and lab tests. They warned against drowning in pleasure, against being ruled by impulses. They knew that if you can't control yourself, you'll never be free. So the question is, what exactly did they say? And how can their ancient wisdom help you finally break free today? Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, put it bluntly, no man is free who is a slave to his body. And that's exactly what happens when you let this habit control you. Every time you give in, you're reinforcing weakness. You're telling yourself, I need this, when in reality it's the thing that's holding the chains. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, took it even further. He believed that true freedom comes from mastering your desires, not being ruled by them. A man who can't control himself will never rise above the pull of instant gratification. And the more you chase those quick fixes, the further you drift from real fulfillment. Here's the part most guys miss. Every great man in history, emperors, visionaries, had one thing in common. They controlled their urges. They didn't let impulses dictate their lives. That's why they built legacies while others stayed trapped. So the real question is, are you going to keep letting urges control you? Or are you ready to learn the same principles that made them unstoppable? So how do you actually break free? How do you stop letting this habit run your life and start taking back control? The answer comes down to three powerful Stoic principles: self-discipline, purpose, and transmutation. Number 1. Self-discipline. Epictetus said it best, no man is truly free who is not master of himself, and that's where it all begins. The moment you decide to stop being a slave to your urges is the moment you start stepping into real strength. But don't get it twisted. Discipline isn't about punishment or denying yourself everything. It's about choosing what's truly valuable over what's easy. Every single time you resist, you're training your mind, building toughness, and slowly breaking the grip those impulses have on you. Number 2, find your purpose. Here's the truth: most guys who struggle with this habit don't actually lack willpower, they lack direction. The Stoics believed a life without purpose is basically wasted. If you've got nothing meaningful to chase, your brain will default to chasing cheap pleasure. But when you're locked in on building a business, mastering a skill, or chasing greatness, suddenly you don't have the time, more the desire for meaningless indulgence. It's not just about quitting the habit. It's about replacing it with something that actually fuels your ambition. Number 3, transmutation. This is the one almost nobody talks about, but it might just be the most powerful. Ancient warriors, artists, even philosophers, they all understood something modern men ignore. Your sexual energy is the strongest force in your body. When you waste it, you're not just losing energy, you're losing potential. But here's the game changer. When you redirect that energy, when you channel it into something bigger, it becomes rocket fuel. Think about Nikola Tesla, one of the greatest minds ever. He stayed celibate his entire life, not because he couldn't, but because he chose to. He knew his energy was better spent creating, inventing, building a legacy. And that's exactly what the Stoics preached. Instead of burning your energy on quick pleasure, you can use it to sharpen your creativity, double your discipline, and fuel your drive. That's when you stop being controlled and start becoming unstoppable. Now picture this: waking up every single day with unshakable confidence. No guilt hanging over you, no weakness dragging you down. Just pure, unstoppable energy. Imagine being more focused, more motivated, and more in control of your life than ever before. That's exactly what happens when you break free. Your testosterone levels rise, your mind clears up, your drive to achieve skyrockets. But the biggest change, you regain complete control over yourself. This is what the Stoics meant when they talked about true freedom. It's not just about quitting a habit, it's about stepping into the man you were always meant to be. So here's the challenge. Will you stay stuck in the same cycle, or will you finally take control? Will you keep letting this empty habit steal your potential, or will you rise above it? Remember, no great man in history was ruled by his desires. The ones who changed the world, they mastered themselves first. If you're ready to rise up, to reclaim your power, and to live like a true Stoic, then make sure you hit subscribe, because your journey to self-mastery starts right now.